Everybody, this is my latest junk journal. The theme is Elves, Fairies, and Flowers. Want to share a couple of basics before I move on. And first of all, this journal is open mouth and it's supposed to be stored this way. You can use it one of several ways. Number one, to use it as a piece of folk art that you just sort of keep and admire and interact with. I am a collector of folk art and I wanted to create some, so that was really the theme behind making these sort of super interactive, with all sorts of modules type of journal. It's not a regular moleskin journal. Two, you can use it as a journal. It is not your sort of traditional, moleskin, stick it in your back pocket, although you're going to see there are lots of mini journals in here that you can do that with. But what this is something that every time you interact with it, it's a different interaction, whether it is the angle of the way that you use it or the texture of the paper, or how you interact with the different materials inside. It's supposed to be very sort of resonant of life. So it's supposed to be that. The third way that you can use is as a special occasion sort of book. So you can use it as a sign-in book, maybe at your front door, or if you have an anniversary or a graduation or a bachelorette or a wedding, or maybe it's some kind of meeting that you're having, a group of friends where people can interact and sign in as they wish and where they want, sort of expressing their personality. So there are multiple ways that you can use this. I collect journals and some of them I just keep as folk art. But without further ado, I'm going to get started. This, as I mentioned, the theme is Elves, Fairies, and Flowers. So it is secured by a adjustable chain link, which I think is sort of gorgeous. And it comes off really easy, both sides. You can see that this chain actually comes off. Oop. Sorry, I'm also a terrible camera person, I warn you. Oh no, this got caught in the dangle. Okay, but you can see the chain has two clasps, so that you can do it on either end. Okay, so now this journal has two spine dangles, and my materials are everything from vintage to modern, found and purchased. This spine dangle is made out of a rosary, yarn, some fabrics, old jewelry like a bronzed piece of metal, a shell. So we're going to take it off. This is actually a little thing from jewelry that's from India. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to take the spine dangle off. It would normally go here. We're just going to put it over here. And then I also have a little unicorn charm because we are entering a magical world. All right, let's get started because there's a lot. The first thing is you have a pocket. And immediately, journaling paper. I will try to give an explanation of the more unusual pages. This is, of course, a doorway to the Elfin Kingdom. And you open it up. Journaling cards / bookmarks. The vast majority of stuff in here is original art. It is not downloaded. This is not, but you will see that most of this stuff is stuff that I have created, textured, tea-dyed paper. I have interacted with it. There's a lot of original artwork in here, so you'll see that. So it's a little bit different from many of the other creators. All right, so this is coloring, or journaling cards, hand beaded, and this pocket actually, this is from a book of fairies that I purchased at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in the 1990s, so that is vintage. Here's the first of the pocket notebooks. The gorgeous little elf princess. These are treated pages. They are burnt. This gorgeous little lace. And these fit into pockets that you can use. This is actually a famous painting. And the first of our tea-dyed cards. Oop. Let's get that back in there. tea-dyed envelope. There's a lot of stuff for you to discover. This is hand sewn. This is tea-dyed paper. I think that might be coffee dyed paper. I'll try to make this a little bit bigger. These are little charms. That's a cloud. Anywhere that you have space is for you to write. These are actually little scraps of William Morris paper that I collaged together, and are these round, thick journaling cards. Wonderful sort of vellum-y paper. Fairy might live in that house. Stitched. This is the first portfolio, which has a closure. Open it up. It has two largish journaling cards. Oop. Now, I have bought very expensive junk journals from people for one thing, and if like a picture, seriously. And so this is actually the picture that I would buy this journal for. I just love it. It is a famous painting, and I created it into a journaling card. You can see there's a beautiful little butterfly. Anywhere there's space, you may write, color. Love this. That is a journaling card / bookmark. Of course, a lot of these things are how you make them. And if you turn this into sort of a guest book that other people come and sign, obviously they interact with this in whatever way they like. Oh, this is one of my favorite details. These are little things to make this your own. They are little leaves. You can look and see, actually, tiny, tiny leaves that you might find in a fairy forest. I love that decal. Of course, there are leaves glued in here everywhere because fairies. This is a little moon charm. Journaling cards. This is the portfolio. With another little mini tiny journal with a gem on the front. Oop, and a journaling card with a fairy. And that slips into a pocket. This is a giant hang tag. Journal on the back. Got a little charm. So there is a lot of stuff to interact with here. And you will it'll take you a long time to get through this if you're going to use it as a journal. And even the way that you interact with these things. Sorry, this is sticky. Tea-dyed. I love these large pieces. This is, of course, burnt. My favorite part are the leaves. Ah, another mini journal. I love this one. This has so many different textures and colors and ways for you to interact. And of course you can take this. There are lots and lots of mini journals in this, like baby journals in this large mother journal, so that you can use it both as a functional piece of art, really. Now, this is again lots of William Morris collaged. I didn't have to fund my habit of buying other people's artwork, I would literally keep this one for myself. This is so like up my alley, this theme. Flower. Ooh, I love this. It's like a drawing card. All of this is tea-dyed paper. Another one of my favorites. Little rabbit. This is so special, you guys. So I hand collaged this, and I handmade a little angel for you. Actually, not a little angel. She's a little fairy, but she looks like an angel too. It's actually one of my favorite pieces. That would be something that I would actually buy the entire journal for. And I kid you not, I've done that before because I collect other creators' journals. This is another little mini journal. This is vintage paper, school children's paper from the 1990s Paris. How do I know? Because I actually purchased it myself in Paris. And it, of course, tucks into a pocket. As I said, there's a lot. I love these two. It's a little vellum pocket. Another pocket with mini journals. This is watercolor paper. So hand-colored, hand-painted. Ooh, I forgot there's stuff on the back. There is so much to discover. These are actually Post-it notes. gorgeous. They look like leaves. Ah. Handmade artwork, journaling cards. This is you're supposed to interact with this however you feel fit. There's something for everybody's mood. You can see a little gem there. So everywhere there's space on the back of these calendars. Sort of repurposed. It's journaling space. Love that. Sort of strip of fabric. Ah. This is this gorgeous, rich, and deep tea dye paper. I love the various colors. I should also tell you that I use a lot of different teas, so you get all different kinds of color, and I mix them. Ah, and this is more little silver stars. Another bag of things for you to sprinkle or use because it's magic dust. Sorry, I'm going through this super fast because handmade these envelopes, tiny little notebooks. There's also some stuff inside. It's a fairy love letter from a fairy. Oop. Put this in this way. Another little unicorn. I love this paper and the texture, the way that it just crackles on the page. There's another little mini journal that you can take with you. This burnt paper. I have included a pen. Another portfolio. Clips in here. Love this. And another little journal. I told you there was a lot with little gorgeous little pieces of things to journal on. Tea dye paper, little journaling card. And that pops in here. And more paper in a pocket here in the end. So that's it. Thank you so much for sitting through this flip through. This is available on eBay and also Etsy. And all of the details are down in the description. Thank you so much. This is Elves, Fairies, and Flowers.